Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Pat and this is my Peachtober art challenge. Today is day 8, River, and when I first started this project, I knew it was going to be a tough pill to swallow every time I went to go paint any of these because it's my kid. And I lost my kid not because I did anything wrong. For once in my entire life, I did it for the most part right, and it wasn't me that fucked up. That's kind of the hard part, to say the least. I had my son for 19 days. He was alive for that long, and there was an accident which resulted in his death. And it really sucks. It still sucks every day, especially when I sit down and make paintings like these and the reference photos are of me with my dad. Like this one right here is actually one of my favorite photos of me with my dad, and another photo from the same trip is with my siblings, and it's one of the few times where my family and I all look happy together. And it really hurts knowing I won't get to have that opportunity with my son, Winston. I miss my son every day. And it's a hard pill to swallow, to say the least. It's really hard. It really is. I spent a lot of time in therapy during my pregnancy, being very depressed, and I was suicidal, and my therapist and I, we would talk about what goals, what plans, what dreams did I have with my kid when he was going to be born, what were we going to do this year, and I didn't get to do any of it. I really didn't, and that hurts, that sucks. I was going to do a garden with my kid. I was going to have him out and about in the garden with me while I do that. I was going to work on my house. I was going to do a lot, and a lot of it had to do because I was becoming a mom, and I needed to become a responsible adult, and I needed to grow the hell up, and that was my kid. That was my wake-up call, is really the best way to put it. And even though he was a wake-up call, I still made I still made a couple bad decisions, and one of them was telling myself it would be different, telling myself that staying was better than being a single mom, and that's really a big regret of mine. I think of what could be different, but I know that that doesn't change what has happened, and all it does is just make me more angry than I really need to be. But there are some days where I just imagined what would have happened if I just packed all of my stuff and left like I was planning to the first time around. I was planning to leave a year ago when I was only 5 or 6 months pregnant, and I think of what could have been different, where I could have gone from here. And I remember thinking last year, I can't do it, I couldn't do it, but I've been unemployed for about a month now, and I'm doing it. I have somehow figured I'm somehow doing okay enough that I'm able to do it. I didn't need to stay. And that's really the hard pill to swallow sometimes, is when I'm out and about, I'm doing the things that I said I was going to do with my kid around, and it's like, God damn it, why couldn't I have had this mindset a year ago? Why couldn't I have not been so scared and it's a lot of days like that right now. And yeah, I've been unemployed for about a month now, which, to say the least, I'm not really sad that I lost this job, mainly because of the way that my employer handled the situation and handled me being on medical leave and everything leading up to it. So really, I'm okay with it. I actually start a new job next week. I have training and orientation and all of that, and it's a really good job. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm proud of myself. I really am proud of myself, because when I lost this job, I didn't just stay home all day and be depressed about it. I was just like, no, like, you need to get the fuck out. You need to get the fuck out, fill out all these applications, do this, do that, go talk to people, go be an adult. And, I'm working on my house right now. I'm painting my kitchen. I'm painting and building cabinets, and I'm hoping I can install them. And I don't know, I feel really good about it all, I guess. And I finally have packed up most of my son's stuff, and I've donated most of the diapers that my mom and I stockpiled throughout most of the pregnancy. And, I'm getting to that point where I can say his name and I'm not dying on the inside. And I'm able to do this paint project and not immediately cry. I did cry when I was done with it, but, I'm doing better right now. I'm getting better at instilling boundaries, and yeah, that is affecting my relationships, but at the same time, some of them aren't relationships that were really healthy for me to have in the first place. So I had someone call the cops on me last night because I was kind of just done with their behavior towards me, and it's kind of, I don't know. I mainly let them call the cops on me. That way, in 2 months, when they try to be friendly with me and get back with me, I can tell myself, no, because they actually call the cops on you. So hopefully my brain has finally registered the stop. Please, we're begging you, stop doing this. I remember spending all this summer thinking that I was pregnant. And every week I would have a pregnancy test and it'd come up negative, and I'd be really depressed for a few days. But I'm starting to understand that was probably the universe's way of being like, you should not be pregnant right now. Certainly not with this person's kid. You can't do that again. But it really was depressing, just kind of accepting the fact that I won't be a mom for a little bit, for a while, for who knows how long, in all honesty. Just kind of sucks, to say the least. But I'm doing it. I don't know. I'm doing it. I'm alone. I live alone. I pay my bills on my own with some financial support from my parents. And for once, I'm accepting it, because it's like, yeah, I need the help right now. I will take the help right now. And I'm doing okay. I enrolled for ACT testing, so I'm going to be trying to get into college at least next spring, next fall. I don't quite know. Given how I am with timelines, it might be next fall for all I know, but I'm doing it. So I'm working on my house, and I'm mainly doing it that way if I ever do have another kid, I don't ever have to feel like I'm stuck somewhere ever again, and I don't ever want to feel that way, and I really don't want anyone ever to feel that way, but this is your your sign of, hey, you don't want to do it alone, you can. It's a bitch at first to figure out, but I don't know. I'm doing decent, to say the least. I don't know why. It might have to do with a lot of the fact that I had like an actual reference to follow, but this one was very faster to paint through because I already had the idea mainly like figured out, and I already had, I just already had a lot of what I wanted to do in this painting already figured out, and it's a very simple color scheme, to say the least. And I'm actually very happy with this piece, which is saying something because like the last few I've just been kind of like, it's whatever, but this one I really enjoy. My kid looked really good in red. He looked good in yellow, but we're already the Sims, so I didn't really bother to do that. Maybe one of these days I'll actually paint like him in like this yellow outfit that I had him in once before he passed, and just this project has taught me a lot about myself. It's kind of just basically told me, like, hey, you keep telling everyone that you're doing better, but and you do stuff like this, and it's like, I don't think you are, Pat, and I really wish you would talk about it more. And I'm in therapy now. I'm in therapy regularly, to say the least, about every 2 weeks. It used to be once every other month. I'm doing this homework called DBT, and it's behavioral stuff for mood personality disorders. And I got loaded up on a new anxiety medication, and I'm on 4 meds now at this point, and I feel okay, which I haven't felt okay in a long time. And it's I feel okay. I do love this painting though. It makes me think of what me and my kid could have been doing this past summer. I bought him a Winnie the Pooh swimsuit and everything, and I had to recently pack that away, and I didn't feel okay doing that, to be completely honest. I just I don't know anymore. Here in a little bit in this video, Frank gets onto my lap, and Frank is really the only cat that I think was very heavily affected by my son's passing. I don't know how else to explain it, but you can just tell that he's not okay since he's been gone. And I think he understands. Which is saying something, because I don't think the others really did. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. There is more to this series. It's a playlist on my YouTube if you want to check it out. It's also on Instagram, and if you're on my personal Facebook, I do post a little bit here and there. And I'm going to just let this video run out and call it a day. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for listening. Bye.